Happy Thumbs Gaming. Big show.
Hey everybody, it's Brian with Happy Thumbs Gaming. Today we have LEGO Star Wars The Force Awakens! That's right, it is finally here, and we're kicking things off with the Prologue level, which is called Battle of Endor. And that's right, it is story. We're going to go ahead and kick things off with the story as per usual, make our way through the free play. Well, we'll get anything needed for the free play, make our way through that, and then of course finish off the series with our free roam videos. Now you can see down below on the left hand side there is a true Jedi requirement, and we do actually achieve that in this first level. Now we also have a handful of collectibles that we're going to get. We're going to save all of the mini kits and the red bricks for later, so those will be in the free play. We're going to collect a handful of gold bricks, and we're going to get as many of the story-based characters as possible, including the vehicles too. So I just wanted to kind of explain this. It's a little bit of a lengthy intro. As you probably remember, with all of our story videos, we are going to show as much of the cutscenes as possible. Now keep in mind, this is a very protected property, so there's a good chance that a lot of this stuff will be copyrighted material. So if you find that some of our cutscenes are lacking some audio, or perhaps maybe you're not even there, it's because of copyrighted issues. So we'll probably do our best to at least label them and leave them in, but in the event that we have to remove them to get the videos up without getting in trouble, we're going to go ahead and do that. So without much more yapping, let's go ahead and get to cracking. We got a cutscene for you, and I gotta be honest, this was quite a shocker for me. I did not think we were gonna go this far back in time, so let's go ahead and check it out and see where the game starts us off, huh?
Welcome, young Skywalker. I'm looking forward to completing your training. In time, you will call me Master.
You're gravely mistaken. You won't convert me as you did my father.
It is pointless to resist, my son.
Your friends are walking into a trap, as is your rebel fleet.
May the Force be with us.
We've
got to be able to get some kind of a reading on that shield, up or down. Well, how could they be jamming us if they don't know if we're coming? Break off the attack. The shield is still up.
It's a trap!
I told you it was dangerous here.
Come on, let's keep a little optimism.
Hello, I say over there. Were you looking for me?
Haha! Bet you didn't see that coming. Like I said, I certainly did not know that it was going to go back this far, but it kind of bridges the gap, so to speak, between, you know, the stories or whatnot, or the games that they've put out. So we find ourselves in control of Endor edition of Leia and Han Solo, and then we also get Chewbacca. So this is pretty sweet, running around as Chewie. That's right, I got a little bit of a weak Chewie that I can provide for you guys from time to time. But yeah, so we smashed our way through a handful of stormtroopers, and then this AT-ST comes in and smacks around an Ewok and kind of posts up there. It's kind of protecting the pathway, so we have to actually complete one of our first puzzles here. As you can see, oh no! They crashed, and we got our first multi-build of the real game. If you guys watched our demo video, we got to experience the multi-builds. Those are pretty cool if you are unfamiliar with them. instead of just being able to build a pile of bouncing bricks into one single object, it'll give you options. So in this case, we could build a little trampoline on the left-hand side to bounce up, or we could have pressed right while building it, and we could have built something completely different. My guess is it's going to be something related to free play, but I don't want to ruin it for you. So as we get up top, we find ourselves in a grapple situation, and it turns out, looks like Han Solo got the old grapple for us. So we go ahead and make that happen and rip down our first companion here. We got our first character token unlocked. There's going to be a handful of character tokens we get just for completing the story. Now, there's going to be some other things. We have to purchase some guys and find some guys, and oh, look at that, there's a red brick. But we'll get to all of that as we make our way through the story. As I've already mentioned, we're going to do all of the story-based stuff and just simply try to get through the levels themselves to get all the characters needed for free play. And then, of course, we'll grab any red bricks needed, like, well, that one right there happens to be the attract studs. At least that's what my notes say here. So, speaking of which, speaking of my notes, old HTG Dougie is hard at work right now, working on the guide, playing this game as fast as he can, trying to log all the mini kits and all of the collectibles and stuff. But, yeah, so we use the Ewok to get up top, and then we press down the old box that was up here from the checkerboard path, which allowed us to build a ladder to get Chewbacca up there, because Chewie can actually handle those double orange handles. And we actually, once we got Chewie up there, he moved a big old log into place. We've basically pulled it back and got it ready to give him the old pow right in the kisser. So we'll see that here in a second. We got one more strong handle over on the right-hand side. And this one kind of threw me for a loop. I kept wanting to spin the left joystick, but really it's just wanting me to press the left joystick to the left. Or, excuse me, to the right. I pulled a Dougie there. Anyhow, I moved that all the way over. We have both trees in place. The Ewok above notices that, cuts the rope, and booyakashow. ATST down. Now, we got more right around the corner. But look at this. They've also incorporated explosive barrels. So we get a whole bunch of new features in this. And I got to say, so far, I haven't been disappointed in any of them. This next one that we're going to experience is the cover system. As you can see there, it's telling us to take cover from enemy fire by pressing X. And once we get here, we can press L2, which will give us basically an auto aim on the nearest bad guy, or the most dangerous bad guy. You can see you can move your aim or your reticle around, so it's not specific to the auto aim. But hey, I gotta be honest, I just let off L2, pressed it, and I was right on target, and then pew 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 with R2, and then off L2, and then I targeted another guy by pressing it again, and it was easy. It was really easy. Very methodical. I make my way through, I dodge a few bullets, and check it out. Now look at this. There are explosive targets. Big bada boom. That's right. Quick booyakashow takes him down. Now check this out too. I was a little confused as to what this was, but those battle challenges actually are timed. And so kind of like a race, the better you do, the quicker you do it, the higher of the rating you will get. Now, it also includes your health. So if you take some bullets along the way, that'll decrease your metal as well. So the higher the metal you get, the more studs you get. As you can see, we got a whole bunch of bluesies back there. So anyhow, all right, moving along, we find another little hatch here. So we use the Ewok to get up top. And wait a minute, what's this? There's a whole pack of Ewoks here and commanders. Oh, look at that. We can do some commanding. So we're going to do just that. So switch to Wicket, and he will then be able to go to this pile of Ewoks. Press the button indicated. For us, it was circle. And we're going to go back through that little hatch up top. And look at this. We are very impatient, as are the other little hobbits. Hobbits. Ewoks. Whoopsie. Wrong world there, Brian. It's a lot easier to say hobbits. Plus, I'm used to that. I like the Ewoks, though. The Ewoks are cool. And look at this. Uh-oh. Watch that next step. It's a doozy. All right, so we got another big guy down, and we have relieved those Ewoks of their precious duties. Now, check this out. This was a little confusing for me, too. We see R2 is trapped under this tree, And yeah, there's some bouncing bricks here, but I'm not able to build anything. So I even switched characters thinking, all right, it's got to be maybe a character incompatibility with the build or something. But as it turns out, nope, I totally messed up. I was supposed to run down the hill, the same hill we pushed those logs down to take down that ATST, and run over there to that pile of bricks that's shining. So we're going to actually double back, go back the way we came from, and go up and over. And then we're going to drop on down. Once we do this, we'll actually have the opportunity to build either to the left side or to the right side. Now, the left side actually builds up and gives us a giant rocket of some sort. It's like a missile launcher, or I don't know. You guys probably have some specific term or knowledge of what the name of that rocket launcher is. I know my Star Wars stuff pretty well, but it's like a makeshift ATST or something. I don't know. Anyhow, we use that to destroy the log and free R2. Now we can do a butt slam and take down that multi-build. And check this out. Now we've got another purpose over here, but now we need R2 to go ahead and spin to win over here. We need him to do his little beep boop boop beep boop boop. And it's kind of like hacking. And there's a bunch of robots that can do this. BB-8, I believe, is the only robot that can jump. So that's kind of a nice addition to BB-8. We got to see a little bit of him in the demo. So, ooh, check this new hack out. This one's kind of cool. You got to kind of match the puzzle. So there's a shape on the inside, and you got to match the shape on the outside with it. And it's just a matter of tilting one way or the other. And really, if you just stick with one way and you press right, eventually you'll get it. So woohoo, we got all three of those, and look at that. Now we've got a nice little elevator, or platform anyways, that'll take us up top. So we'll ride up, but whoops, I grabbed the wrong character. I got some baddies up here, and he's not a very good fighter. R2 is not known for his fighting skills, so I switch over to Ewok, and then I do a butt slam, and look at that. That's the one downside to these multi-builds, is that they are very fragile. Butt slam from quite the distance will take it out. Look at that. I was a good step or two away, and it still took it down. So I know Chewie's butt slam is pretty ferocious, but I don't know. That may prove to be a little bit of a problem at some point. So, all right, up top on this pad, after taking out the bad guys, smash the boxes. It actually looked like a portal companion cube, if I'm being honest. But we're going to have to build this multi-build up for like the 700th time. And we'll ride up top with Han Solo because we need his grappling ability. So once we get our grapple on, it's kind of awkward. There's like a stormtrooper helmet up there and everything. But oh, look at that. There was another little kind of a quick time event there. And luckily, I actually went to spam the circle button and got lucky. And ooh, now we get to take this thing for a little test run. So all right, now there was a little bit of an awkward moment here. I'm like trying to shoot and walk, and I see the gold things, but they don't really look gold to me for whatever reason. The majority of those looked kind of yellowish orange, so I wasn't expecting them to be golden, but we melted them with our heat ray, and now we're just getting our pew-pew on as we make our way through. We're actually getting pretty close to another cutscene coming up in a minute or so, and this was a lot of fun, actually, just rolling around, you know, and like I didn't expect to have fun playing Lego Star Wars, but this was really a treat getting to run around on Endor. I was really only expecting... You know, but hey, at the same time, in all fairness, I did read through the trophy achievement list, and there was a trophy achievement for completing Endor, so I guess I should have put 2 and 2 together, but because it wasn't in order with the trophies, like it looks like the levels are all 1, 2, 3, 4, nope, they got the prologue thrown in, mixed in the middle, so you don't see it coming. Which is smart, pretty good thinking from the old developers, or whoever plans that out. Look at that, I can do a stomp with the ATST, so... Pretty cool there, knocking fools down. Oh, yeah, that's right. Hey, you, have a seat. Oh, you don't want to sit down? Pew, pew, pew. Okay. So, yeah, well, collectible-wise, you know, we'll be doing the free play series as soon as we get through the story. I'd have to double-check. I believe there are 14 levels. There might be, like, a secret level that you can unlock. I haven't verified that yet. Dougie will hopefully have all that information here within the next 24 hours or so. That's right. The heat is on, Dougie. The heat is on. We're all counting on you, and of course, we all appreciate the hard work you put into those guides. So, if you run into Dougie on the street, or you happen to see him on Facebook, or maybe you just got some extra time, feel free to drop him a line, because you know, sometimes he gets kind of forgotten about. Everybody always hears my voice and talks about Brian, but you know, a lot of the stuff I provide for you guys is all because of Dougie's hard work on the backside. So. Anyhow, enough tooting Dougie's horn. This was actually one of the funniest moments so far for me. When I get up around the corner here, I take out this ATSC. Oh, watch out for that speeder there. Woo! All right, we see the log come down and we're trapped. And we're going to go ahead and hop out of this thing after we melt those bricks up top. We actually figure out that those are related to a mini kit, so we move on and don't worry about those too much. So we drop out and we see this multi-build here, and we can choose right or left. And, you know, it's always left, right? That's kind of like the rule of thumb. You always go left first. So when we build left, it all of a sudden kicks on this movie. Oh, no. And it's actually a movie. And check this out. The stormtroopers come out and they sit down and start watching. And oh, that's pretty classic. Anyhow, I'll quit talking now so we can see what's cracking.
Fighters coming in.
There's too many of them!
The blast came from the Death Star.
Everything that has transpired has done so according to my design. You, like your father, are now mine.
You underestimate the power of the dark side.
Good. Use your aggressive feelings, boy.
I will not fight you, Father.
So be it, Jedi.
Oh, father and son unite to battle the great Dark One. This is actually a pretty fun scene too. I was a little confused at one point here because there appears to be some stuff that only can be controlled by the dark side. But I didn't really totally confirm that. But you can see the arm up on just to the right of him. I was able to use the Force to manipulate that. So I walked up close enough to it, saw the little aura around it, and then pressed the button indicated, which for us is Soikle. So might be the B button, I guess, for you Xboxers. And unfortunately, we and PC guys, I'm not sure. You guys will have to figure that one out on your own. Hey, and if you do know, feel free to post it down below. Eventually, you guys will beat it into my brain, and I'll remember that, and I'll be able to notate it for everybody. But all right, we got both arms utilized, and he didn't like that. He kind of shook it off, so to speak, and now we've got some other stuff to deal with. We got a bunch of these red baddies that we knocked down with the quickness. And over on the left-hand side, I was trying to use this with the Force here because it looks like a mini kit, and I wasn't sure. I was kind of scared, but I kept getting shocked by the Emperor. So anyhow, I end up using the old multi-build here, and I build it over to the right-hand side, and of course, I see a green aura. So I'm pretty sure the green obviously represents. However, if I was Vader, though, I wonder if it would have illuminated red. You know, but in this next case, if you look, see, I build it with the green, and I get over there, and, well, I butt slam and take it down, but it actually has kind of a red aura around it, so that's why I was kind of alluding to that fact. I'll have to do a little bit more homework, and you can see I rang off another trophy there. That one, I'm not sure what that one was for. Might have been for completing Endor? I don't know. Might be for using the Force? Oh, no? I don't know. I got a few random ones that were just basically story-based. If you play the game, you're going to get them, which is why I didn't notate them in the front. Plus, there was 5 of them. That was a lot of text to take up on that front menu there if I would have labeled them all. So, anywho, we have officially sent the X-Wing and the TIE Fighter at the Emperor. They've crashed both. They've removed health each time. And I don't know if you've noticed, he does have a little health meter around him. And, you know, our guys actually have a health meter and a combat bar. So when that combat bar gets filled up, basically you get it for rapidly taking out bad guys and not taking damage and smashing other things. I think studs might even help get it up. I'm not positive on that. But essentially, you want to build that up, and, like, your weapons will shoot faster, recharge faster. So they all have benefits. But all right, in this next area, you can see I was trying to find something on the ground, but it turns out it was all up in the air. So I had to target those 2 bullseyes up above the Emperor and drop it like it's hot right on his head. And next, he sends in some more of his red-dressed baddies. So, you know, I gotta say it, you've got red on you. And all right, in the back left corner and back right corner, there are these like power nodules that we got to pull out using the Force, and we slam it down onto him. And I'm gonna go ahead and grab the other one. I was tempted by that aura over on the front side, and then of course we got some more guys with red on them coming to take us out. But I miss a bluesy, but I was able to manipulate this, and it turns out too, you actually have to pull it towards you. I was trying to run with it using the Force, and that's why I ran away, but really you have to press the button and pull it down, and then it kind of does the rest for you. So, ooh, we got a nice little cutscene.
Luke, help me take this mask off.
Oh.
Now, go, my son. Leave me.
No, I've got to save you.
You already have, Luke. The shield is down. Commence attack on the Death Star's main reactor.
I'm going in.
Here goes
Oh,
nothing.
if you guys could have only seen how large my grin got when I realized I was getting ready to fly the Falcon again. I about lost it when I got thrown into the Falcon in the demo, and boy. Anyhow, okay, so there's a lot going on here. There are circles of studs you can see. If you fly through the center of those, you will obtain all the studs. If you don't, you will get some of them. Now, there are these towers, these large gun towers here. If you are looking to get mini kits, feel free to take those out. You only need to get 5 of them to get the mini kit, and I think there's like 10 of them. I got 4 of 5 right there, and then I'm like trying not to shoot anybody because I did not want to get any mini kits in this. We try to get them all in one video for you in the free play, so then you don't have to watch multiple videos and try to track down multiple things. We just find it easier for you guys if we just keep it simple and keep the formula the same. So if you guys have any requests or questions, if you guys want to get mini kits along the way, feel free. Just know that sometimes when you do get mini kits during your story, and you return and come back in free play to get them. Oh, as I switch to the X-Wing, I was totally unaware that I could fly an X-Wing through here as well. But anyways, as I was saying, if you do collect a mini kit in the story and you return in free play, every so often, one of those mini kits you collected can respawn or will respawn. And it sometimes counts. So even in recent LEGO games, people comment, hey, I got 12 mini kits in this level. How is that possible? Well, they picked up 2 in the story mode, and then for whatever reason, those 2 respawned and counted during their free play. So maybe that'll shine some insight. So speaking of shining some insight, we have made it all the way through. Really, this flying scene, I don't even think you had to touch the controllers. It certainly gives you studdage by shooting things, but I don't think you had to. And really, you just have to press the button and choose right or left and strafe and shoot and watch all those studs ring up and booyakashow. Now, this part was a little confusing because there are multiple pink little areas there. And see, I don't think that, maybe that is a proton torpedo, but basically you have to pick up a proton torpedo and then blast it at that. And of course, it's the rule of 3, so we got to do it 3 times. And okay, so there's one floating inside of a coin or coin. Why I did that the other day in the demo too. The coin ring. This ain't Sonic. All right, so there's another one in a coin ring. But we pick up the second one, and we blast away. Now I'm looking around and thinking, okay, I'm not seeing any. So I switch to the Falcon, and then I actually obtain a torpedo. And then for some reason, I couldn't shoot it because it's different buttons. So pressing X while flying, ooh, I didn't realize that. So there you go. After collecting a proton torpedo, you have to press square. See, and it was circle with the old. So anyways, I crash and die, and I still have the torpedo at the bottom there, and I noticed that as I switched back to the X-Wing. I see nothing with the X-Wing, and then I realize I can do all these tricks and stunts. I get way sidetracked with that, and then I'm like, all right, back on track, get back to the Falcon. All right, turn, shoot. As soon as I blast, takes us to the final cutscene, and I'll see you guys at the totals.
Now move! It's going to blow!
I'm already on my way out.
Booyakashow! A long time ago, booyakashow! The Force, it's calling to you. And we got a couple others along the way, but as you can see, the Battle of Endor story is now complete and free play is unlocked. We did get 2 of the 3 available gold bricks, and of course we did not get either of the red brick or any of the mini kits. Anyways, we did get a handful of vehicles as mentioned before, and we also got a handful of character tokens too. So quite a lot to list off. These are all going to be just granted and given to you for completing the story, so we didn't do anything special. You didn't miss anything. We will provide quick links and all that information, and of course we'll notate it on the screen as well when we get all this important collectible stuff. So hey guys, hopefully you're as excited as we are. The Lego Star Wars The Force Awakens is finally here! And as I already mentioned, we will certainly be doing the free play and the free roam videos after we complete the story, and of course any trophy achievement videos or any Easter egg requests or anything that you guys have. And speaking of which, head on over to Facebook, Twitter, or simply comment, vote, subscribe down below. We always love hearing your feedback. In fact, it's key and crucial to our future here. So, you know, any kind of games you want, any kind of videos you want, maybe you guys want to see more speed builds and things like that. Maybe you hate speed builds and you never want to see another one. Maybe you want to see me play Rainbow Bright online on my Nintendo 32. I just made that all up, so don't Google it. It's not worth it. It was just random. Anyhow, it's late. I'm going to get going so I can get more to this game going. As always, until next time.
This game's not a trap.
See ya.